Is your aesthetic fascist or not? Let's discuss it today on this new series. Today we're going to be discussing the twee aesthetic, which has many different meanings and many different time periods behind it. I write about fashion through the lens of politics and culture on my Substack, so please follow me there for more in-depth writing. But let's talk about the twee aesthetic today, and no, I'm not just referencing Zooey Deschanel. I was a fashion blogger in the early 2010s, and I was a part of this culture during this time, but twee was not invented in the 2010s or in the 2000s. It actually originated in the 1980s. If you would like more history on that, I have other videos defining it, and I have that Substack post. But what we're really going to talk about today is the twee aesthetic over an embodiment of many, many decades. But we're going to talk about it in general terms. The twee aesthetic brings a sense of whimsy, nostalgia, and like childlike wonder. Twee in itself is very, very DIY. It's some kind of cross subsection of punk, and it encompasses more than just clothing generally. Aesthetics don't encompass more than clothing, but twee wasn't originally about the fashion, it was about the music. Well, the twee aesthetic now, many, many decades later from when it originated, could be seen as something really different, and maybe the people don't even listen to the exact music from the time it originated from, but overwhelmingly, but a little different, it still embodies some of the same origins. Twee is rooted in rebellion itself. It was rooted in the suspicion of adulthood, gaining knowledge from literature and text, using vintage items that take place in different times. Like now it could be maybe like a cassette or CD player, in the past maybe a record player, but it really encompasses a lot of DIY and a lot of art. When something is rooted in the ideas of rebellion and rejection of mainstream, while there can be people encompassing that now, decades later, that don't really know the full meaning behind it or might not connect with all the ideas, it's hard to remove it so much where it would fall under like a different reign, like completely different ideas. Because twee itself is so rooted in DIY, and DIY is very rebellious. Also, it's very gay. Like, it's very gay. So I'm going to give this one a no. With all aesthetics, I believe aesthetics are rooted in fascism and rooted in fascist ideology and removal from political like points of view and personal values. But this aesthetic, I would say a no.